Hi everyone, this is Adam with Adam Goldberg Photography, and today I'm going to be talking to you about how to quickly and easily sharpen your images in Lightroom and Photoshop. So let's go ahead into Lightroom and get things started. Alright everyone, so here we are in Lightroom and I have my two images that we're going to be working with today. The first is an image from Peyto Lake up in Banff, Canada, and the second image is just a kitchen in a residential real estate. And I think these are two really good images to show you how high pass, which is the tool we're going to be using in Photoshop, is a great way to quickly and easily sharpen your images before delivering them to a client. So let's go ahead and dive in to the first photo. So again, we'll start with our landscape photo from Peyto Lake. And so to get into Photoshop, we're going to right click, click Edit In, and then Edit in Adobe Photoshop. I do already have the image open there. So now here we are, it's loaded, it's ready to go, and it shows up as a background image. So we're going to right click on this layer and click Duplicate Layer, and we can name it as High Pass. There we go. So now we'll be able to differentiate between the two. Again, the keyboard shortcut for duplicating your layer is Command and J. The next thing I'm going to do is right click on my high pass layer, and I'm going to convert this to a smart object. And while Adobe is working on converting it to a smart object, the reason that we're going to do this is that as we make changes with our filter, we're able to then go and make additional changes once we're done with it and after Adobe has done its processing. If we were to just keep this as a regular layer, we would actually have to delete the layer and go back into the filter in order to make additional changes. All right, so we see this kind of little icon here, and that's how we know that we have a smart object. So in order to use our high pass filter to sharpen, we're going to go up to Filter up at the top, and we go down to Other, and then High Pass. And we'll click on it, and it gives us an option here, now that we're in a gray screen, of what our radius is going to be of the high pass filter. And so the lower we go, the less that it's going to sharpen, and the higher that we go, the more it's going to sharpen. For most images, I recommend somewhere between about 6 and 20. It's obviously going to depend on each individual image, as well as the level of sharpening that you want. But just be careful going too much in terms of how that's going to potentially impact the photo. So let's just go maybe right around 10, and we'll click OK. We still have our gray image, so there's one more step we have to do before high pass can take place. And we're going to go right here where it says normal, and this is our blending mode for the layer. And we're going to scroll down, and I like to use soft light. You can see that there's a lot of different options here. You can use overlay, hard light, vivid light, a lot of different options. Play around with the one that works best for you. Again, I like soft light. I think that one usually looks the best. And there we are. It's done. We've already now sharpened our image. So let's go ahead and zoom in and see how it looks. I think that looks pretty good. We got a lot of nice detail now in the mountain. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this layer off quickly here so that way we can see exactly what that difference is. So again, we click our little eyeball here and we turn it off. And that's what it looks like without high pass. And then we turn it on and that's what it looks like with high pass. And so let's go out and let's do it again now that we're looking at the whole image. So again, that's with it off and that's with it on. So it just kind of provides that little extra bit of sharpness to your photo. And since we did make this a smart object, we can go down here and click high pass. And now we can make changes in real time to the amount of radius of this filter. So we can go higher or lower depending on what look we want. And once we kind of make that little change, we click OK. So again, that's the advantage of converting this to a smart object, is that if we didn't convert it to a smart object, you would actually have to delete the layer and then create a new layer in order to make that adjustment to the high pass filter. So there you go. So that's how we quickly and easily sharpen this image. As we move forward now, let's go ahead and jump into our real estate image. So we're going to go through that same process. So we have our background, and so we can click Command J, and that creates a new layer. And so this is now labeled Layer 1. So we're going to go ahead and right click on that and convert it to a smart object. Does take a minute, but it's definitely worth it again, so that way you can go ahead and make those tweaks in real time later. All right, so now that we know we have our layer as a smart object, again, in order to do our quick and easy sharpening, we're going to go to Filter, we're going to go to Other, and we're going to click High Pass. You'll notice that High Pass is up at the top here, and that's because that's the most recent filter that I used. So if you do use High Pass a lot and you have Photoshop open, you might see it there, but I just want to show you again where to find it otherwise. So again, go down to Other and click High Pass. And again, our radius screen pops up. So for this one, let's maybe just go a little bit more. So let's just go to 19, let's go to 16 and see how that looks. Because we have a smart object, again, we're going to be able to easily and make changes to this later, where otherwise if we didn't convert it to a smart object, we wouldn't. All right, so now we have our layer. It's been sharpened. We're going to go to our layer blending mode, and I'm going to go to soft lights. Again, which mode you use is certainly up to you. I like the soft light, so I think that looks pretty good. Let's turn off the layer again so we can see the difference. So that's before and that's after. Makes a real big difference with a lot of the corners and edges and ridges in this photo. I think it really makes the image pop a lot better. So let's just go up here. Let's just use these lights again as an example. I'm going to go ahead and turn that layer off. And again, to zoom out, you do Command minus. To zoom in is Command plus. Just a reminder of those keyboard shortcuts here before we finish up. And the last thing, again, reminder, if you did want to make any additional changes to the filter, you just double click on High Pass and you can make your adjustments in real time to the amount of pixel radius. So you can go a lot less and a lot more. So again, you can see the difference. As you go higher, you're going to have to watch out for chromatic aberration and some other things. So just keep in mind, again, if you do go too high on that pixel radius. So we'll just click OK. Looks good. And then we can go ahead and save this image back into Lightroom, make any final tweaks, and deliver it to a client. So I hope this was really useful for you all. How to use High Pass, a quick and easy filter for sharpening your image. Really makes them pop before you deliver them to a client. Again, I'm Adam from Adam Goldberg Photography. Thanks so much for watching. If you liked this tutorial, please click like, subscribe to my channel as I have a lot more quick and easy tutorials here for you coming up so that way you can provide better images to your clients. Thanks so much and have a great day.